All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another video today. My name is Chris, and today it was just announced that all Nordstrom stores, this does include Nordstrom Rack, will be closing down in Canada. So Canada now is taking another massive hit. Just in recent weeks, Bed Bath & Beyond announced they'd be ceasing all operation in Canada, and it looks like today Nordstrom got the bad news in Canada that they would be closing their stores, and roughly 2,330 people will be losing their job by June of 2023. Nordstrom Inc. says that it is winding down Canadian operations and closing all 13 of its stores in the country. The company, which launched in Canada in 2014, has 6 Nordstrom stores and 7 Nordstrom Rack locations. All stores will close, and all of the company's staff in Canada, roughly 2,330 people, will lose their jobs, the company said Thursday. In court filings, the company said that the Nordstrom Canadian business has lost money every single year it has been in operation. We entered Canada in 2014 with a plan to build and sustain a long-term business there. Despite our efforts, we do not see a realistic path to profitability for the Canadian business, the company said in a statement. Pending approval of the court monitor overseeing the wind-down operations, company's creditors Arrange Act, liquidation sales at all existing locations will start around March 20th. Gift cards will be honored until the end of liquidation, and no new gift cards can be purchased after today. The company's Nordstrom.ca decision has stopped sales effective immediately, and all orders placed online before Thursday will be filled, but no new orders will be processed online. After March 17th, all sales are final, and returns and exchanges will no longer be permitted. Retail consultant Doug Stephens says the move suggests that Nordstrom is just the latest department store chain to find its business model being squeezed on all sides by discount brands from below and luxury brands from above, along with the rise of e-commerce. It is no secret that the department store channel has been, let's call, a pretty fragile state, he told CBC News. It is the second major United States chain to pull its Canadian operations in a matter of weeks, after Bed Bath & Beyond said in February it would close all 65 stores in Canada. After years of suffering, after years of suffering a drag on profits, Stevens says that Nordstrom's United States parent is looking at the prospects of recession in its home market and taking the opportunity to cut out anything that isn't adding cash to its bottom line. Clearly, it is a move on Nordstrom's part to reconsolidate, tighten things down, and prepare for what could be a very difficult year ahead, he said. So these are all of the following Nordstrom Canadian locations that will be starting liquidation sales probably in about 2 weeks. So we have in Alberta, Canada, we have 2 stores in Clargie or Clargary, whatever you call it. We have the Nordstrom Rack store in Chinook Center and the Nordstrom Rack store at Deerfoot Meadows. In Edmonton, it is just the Nordstrom Rack store at South Edmonton Common Shopping Center. In British Columbia, Canada, we have Langley, which is a Nordstrom Rack at Willowbrook Shopping Center. In Vancouver, we have Nordstrom Pacific Center. In Ontario, we have the Nordstrom Rack store at Heartland Town Center in Mississauga. In Ottawa, Canada, we have the Nordstrom Rack in Rideau Center and the Nordstrom Rack store in Ottawa Train Yards. But the other one, it's a Nordstrom store in Rideau Center. In Toronto, we have the Nordstrom store at Shirley Gardens, the Nordstrom store at Toronto Eaton Center, the Nordstrom store at the Yorkdale Shopping Center, and and then the 2 Nordstrom Rack stores. It's the Nordstrom Rack store at One Bloor and Nordstrom Rack in Vag Mills. So if we count a total. So, yes, so a total of 13 locations will be closing. A total of 2,330 people will be losing their job. This is some very, very, very sad news. I really thought that Nordstrom was doing okay, honestly, but apparently their Canadian business is not doing as well as they had hoped. I know they picked up a lot of stores of where I think Sears used to be, so it's a shame. It's a lot of people losing their jobs, careers pretty much out the window, which is just very unfortunate. This is another major blow to Canada. They've already lost Bed Bath & Beyond, and now this is going to be a really big loss in Canada. As for any elevator filmers living in Toronto, Ottawa, Ontario, British Columbia, Alberta. My recommendation is start thinking about Nordstrom trips as soon as possible, because this will be your very last chance to get your final rides in. So again, any elevator filmers living in Alberta, Canada, British Columbia, Canada, and Ontario, Canada, start considering, or if you live in Toronto, Ottawa, Mississauga, Vancouver, Langley, Clary, and yeah, those areas that I've mentioned, I would seriously start thinking about potential trips, because it is going to get a lot harder to film as these stores go through their liquidation. So liquidation will be beginning in March, and liquidation is expected to wrap up by June. And again, once again, about 2,330 workers will be losing their job once these stores do close in Canada. So anyways, guys, that's about going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Link to the article and link to the store list will be located in the video description below for everyone to identify which particular Nordstrom locations will be closing. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Oh, and for Nordstrom.com, make sure to scroll all the way to the bottom for Canada locations. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that will be it.